We're here in the energetic capital, Fort St. John. Trevor Bolin, Councillor here, acting mayor for Laurie Ackerman, who's already headed off to FCM, got ahead of us. Beautiful city. We spent the day learning about fracking and natural gas. So Trevor, tell us a little bit about what's exciting in Fort St. John.
You know what? Everything's exciting. The industry's exciting. We've got a lot of natural gas. We've got Site C, 7 kilometers from our downtown. Fort St. John is on a brink of a boom that, we're notorious for since the 1960s, but this is going to be the one that really puts Fort St. John on the map.
Great, and obviously resource-based. And one of the things that we're doing here is we're trying to, on our way to FCM, we're talking to cities about the connection, the rural-urban connection. We don't want to call it the divide, we want to call it the connection. How do you think, talking to me from the Lower Mainland, how do we come together and work better together on that connection?
You know what? I think this trip you guys have done is the first start of that. We appreciate you coming up here. Everybody has kind of their preconceived ideas of what Fort St. John's about with our gravel roads or dog sleds or whatever part of the country they're from. So it's nice to see you guys come up, actually check out what Fort St. John is, check out what the industry is, and build the relationships between the south and the north.
And I think, we're taking our story back, and I hope others come up here and see it for themselves, because I think it is important to see. So resource-based economy and global warming and environmental issues that we're facing today, how are you and Fort St. John balancing off your sort of environmental obligations with the need to keep your economy moving and keep the resources moving?
Environmental obligations?
The greenhouse gas reductions?
No, you know what? That we are concerned about that. We drive diesel, right, which burns a lot cleaner, and a lot of the regulatory process is put in by the province or by industry themselves. It's not 1979 anymore, so people are aware to what's happening, and we certainly keep an open mind as to our industry base going forward.
And we saw the reuse of the water and the fracking and all the environmental processes they have, and I think people don't know a lot about that. So somehow Fort St. John and your industry, you need to tell that story.
We do, yeah, and we've got lots of different projects. We've got a microhydro project going in, which is certainly a green renewable resource as far as our sewer goes, the effluent water as far as the fracking goes, and Fort St. John in 2010 was named the solar capital of BC. So, people assume that we're not up on the environmental aspects as we're, drilling it, damming it, logging it, selling it, but we certainly keep the environment and others in the top of our minds while we do that.
Right, great. And the sun goes down at 11 o'clock at night here, and it's only the beginning of June, so you got lots of time to do it. Yeah, it's a tricky subject. I'm supposed to ask you, what advice would you give to other elected officials? We're going to FCM at your own peril. What advice do you have for other councillors and mayors across BC?
You know what, I think the biggest thing, and I think where my success has been as far as being in Fort St. John, is the ability to speak your mind. Don't worry what somebody's going to think, whether you're right or you're wrong. If you're passionate and you're committed to it, do it 100%. If you're not, do it 100%.
And you got elected because people like what you said you were going to do.
So the Dooley did it.
There you go. The Dooley did it. There we go. So we're here in beautiful Fort St. John. It's like 9 o'clock at night. The sun's got 2 more hours before it goes down. And we thank you for your hospitality. It's a great city, and it was great getting to know you.
Thanks for coming up. You're welcome anytime.